Good evening, guys. I hope you're having a great day. It is Sunday night and I just got off work because right now it is pre-collection, so it is a pretty busy time for models, and I have a lot of modeling jobs, and a lot of them were on weekends. And oh my god, I worked last weekend, I worked all week this weekend, and the only thing I was dreaming about was to do a sauna. So I'm now heading out to the place where I go and get a little sauna on weekends. I'm so excited, especially that right now it's so cold, so it's gonna be so cozy. I have to say that having access to a sauna has upgraded my life in like everything, because I associate it so much to vacation. When I'm there for half an hour, it's like I'm on vacation, and I love it. It just puts me in the best mood. Before that, I am stocking up on Herbal Koffee, and so I'm gonna stock up on that. I wanna try other flavors, so I think I'm gonna try other flavors. So first we go there, running a little errand, and then sauna. Back from the sauna, and it is, I feel every time I come out of there I feel like a new person, and I just love going there on Sunday nights. I love going there on Sunday nights. It's like the perfect moment. So I'm like, I'm gonna do an extensive nighttime self-care routine, and we're doing this together. I'm gonna wash my hair tonight. I usually wash my hair once or twice a week, and Sunday nights is usually one of them. Sunday night for me is such a moment where I love to chill, wash my hair, do a nice skincare routine just to start the week fresh. My first step tonight is gonna be this Himalayan salt scalp shampoo, scrub shampoo by GOOP. Sunday nights is kind of a spa night. This is a spa in a jar. So the reason why I say this, it's because of the scent. The scent just takes me to a spa mode, and it's funny how, you know how scents can really transport you to a feeling, to a place. And when I put this in my shower and the scent just lingers, I am instantly into spa mode, and it kind of gives me a very good vibe. It is with Himalayan salt, which helps detoxify the scalp. And then you have moringa oil and rosehip oil that helps to replenish the scalp and detoxify. I have tried so many scalp scrubs. I've tried the one from Christophe Robin, I've tried the one from Davin, and this is unlike any that I've tried. The reason for that is that it is a scrub, so you have, as you can see, the little salt flakes, but do you see the texture of it? It's a mousse, and it's insane. So what is really nice about this is that it really melts into your scalp and it lathers beautifully. I really enjoy the texture of the product, and that's why I think it's way better than the other ones that I've tried in the past. I just love doing some kind of detoxifying step of my scalp from time to time, because I really believe that the health of your hair starts at the scalp. And so by doing this, you're really like removing buildup. I'm always putting, hairspray and things like that. So you remove buildup, you remove the dirt and the oils. So really love this little step. I do not do it every time I wash my hair, but maybe once every 3 washes. And so let me tell you, a little goes a long way. So I'm probably gonna have this for the next 50 years. Since it's gift giving season, this is a great gift. You always have a person you're not sure, you don't know what to gift them, but they like self-care, for example. You could gift this with a little candle, and it's kind of a self-care vibe, but it's not too specific in terms of product. Like, you can't really gift a conditioner or something like that if you don't really know the person, but this is kind of unisex, and anyone will love doing this scalp scrub. When I do gifts, I always love to kind of create a vibe. So I would put like a face mask, a little sheet mask, little candle, and this, and it's a little vibe, it's a little self-care vibe. I shampoo once with the GOOP Himalayan salt scrub. Then I shampoo twice. I always shampoo twice. Always. Then I'm gonna use the shampoo by REDKEN. It's the acidic bonding concentrate. And then I'll follow up with the conditioner. So what do I have to say about this line? I purchased this new line because everyone was raving about it online. So I thought, oh, since I had run out of my favorite one, let me try something new. But after trying it several times, honestly, it's not bad, but it's not as good as the one I love, which is this one. It's almost done. It's the Extreme line by REDKEN. I prefer that one. It just makes my hair way more hydrated, way more shiny, better. This, I don't know, there's something I don't like. I don't like the way the shampoo feels a little bit oily. And my hair just doesn't look as good than when I use this. So that's my quick review on the latest things I've purchased for my hair. But you know me, anything that I buy, I have to finish. Unless it's breaking me out or really like the hair looks terrible. But I bought it, finish it, and then I'll go back to my favorite baby. I just got out of the shower. I feel amazing. I feel so clean. I scrubbed my body intensively when I was waiting for my conditioner to condition. So here's the plan, guys. I sometimes usually first wash my hair, then have dinner, then go back, dry the hair, whatever. I feel like tonight, the moment I'm gonna sit in my couch, I'm not gonna wanna get up anymore to like do my hair, skincare routine or anything. So the plan is to do everything right now in a span of an hour so that when I sit down on my couch, I can just relax. Removing makeup. We're gonna remove makeup. I'm gonna use this Mixun Bean Cleansing Oil. I'm almost done with it, and I will definitely not repurchase it because I prefer the Haru Haru one. Just so super effective, really nice, takes all the makeup off. Like I have no problem with it. It's just the Haru Haru one is a little bit thicker and just it feels like the glide is more luxurious in a way. So I prefer that one. But if you like a very light cleansing oil that comes off very easily, this one's for you. I ran out of my CeraVe Lovely Salicylic Acid Cleanser. I need to go purchase it. But I have this one from Chanel, which is L'Eau de Mousse. So good because of this. So it's water, right? When you do this, it comes out as a mousse. And I don't know why, but this once again gives me spa vibes. To have like a mousse, the feeling of this on your skin is unmatched. Oh. It just feels so lovely to have something that mousses directly on your face, and I don't know why. I'm now gonna let my hair air dry a little bit before I blow dry it. So I'm gonna take the time to do a face mask, and honestly I need it because it's been 10 days of makeup every day, touch-ups in the afternoon, and it's just makeup on top of makeup. So I feel like I need to exfoliate my skin deeply. As usual, I'm gonna do this one, the Masque Vivant by Biologique Recherche. You know I love this one, always have it in my vanity. If you are acne prone, you have breakouts and things like that, this is really, really effective. Last time, remember, I did it and I had like breakouts all around my mouth. The next day I woke up, the inflammation was really tamed. So I definitely recommend this. This is yeast and clay based. Okay, see you in 10. I just got the mask off. My skin feels, you know when it feels like everything is clean and exfoliated? It feels amazing. I'm now gonna dry my hair before I do skincare. Like this, it's done. Heat protectant of the day, REDKEN Anti-Snap Treatment. Love this one. Almost done. I think this is my 3rd or 4th bottle of this. We are using the Dyson Airwrap. I start with the flat brush and then I go in with the round brush. The hair is dried. And I feel so happy I'm done with this task. Like, it's literally a task, you know what I mean? Some nights I'm super excited to dry my hair, wash my hair. Sometimes I'm really not in the mood. It's now time for skincare, and then we can have finally dinner and chill. Yes. Doing one of the nighttime routines I've been doing, kind of the lineup that I've been doing lately. We're gonna start with this toner by Numuzin called Super Glowing Essence. You know, for me now, the toner is a step I never miss. AM, PM, every day. I always do a toner. Sometimes I'm gonna do 2-3 layers, sometimes only one. My favorite ever toner is the Ginseng Essence by Beauty of Joseon. All-time favorite. I then tried the one from Haru Haru, did not like it. And now I tried this one, and I do really like this one. What I love about it, it's a little bit more of a thicker consistency. So it's really to add that kind of glow. It really depends on what you like. The ginseng water, I guess, it gives a glow long term. The more you use it, the more your skin's hydrated and the more you're glowy. This one, because the formula is a little bit more, it's a little thicker, it gives more of an instant glow, as you can see. At night, I do love to do a few layers of this. Next, I'm gonna do a very light exfoliation, overnight exfoliation with the Dark Spot Exfoliation Milk by GOOP. My skin story. I have an acne-prone skin, very sensitive skin. I've had a really, really bad acne outbreak in my early 20s, had to do Accutane because nothing was working, no antibiotics, no creams, nothing. I did laser, nothing would work. So a year after trying everything, and I had real acne, I had to do Accutane, and that really took a year to kind of clear down. So I now have this kind of trauma where I'm always scared that thing can kind of freak out. But one of the things that I know can make really your skin freak out is if you are too harsh with it and like do too many harsh exfoliations. So I do exfoliate, but I am very, very careful and very gentle. So I exfoliate maybe once or twice a week maximum. And for the past month, I've been using this one to do so. It is a milk, as you can see here. It's a little milky texture. The reason why I really love this milk is because it is a mix of glycolic and lactic acid. I am a huge fan of glycolic and lactic acid. These are two ingredients, exfoliating ingredients that really leave your skin super bright, and it kind of gives a very gentle exfoliation. But what I love about this is that it is not only effective, but it's also super gentle because you have also squalane, jojoba, and aloe to kind of rebalance everything. I always love products that are exfoliating, but that also have ingredients that come and soothe the skin at the same time, so you do not wake up with any type of irritation. I'm gonna layer a serum. This one is the Youth Boost Peptide Serum by GOOP. Same, I've been using this for over a month, and this is pretty fabulous. Once again, this has a gorgeous scent, spa scent, so amazing. This is honestly amazing for whoever doesn't like to do an extensive skincare routine, because it is literally 360 products. It works on everything. It works on wrinkles, firmness, elasticity of your skin, hyperpigmentation, and hydration. So you have everything in here. It's like a 360 cute little product. One pump is enough for your whole face, so a little goes a long way. And I really love this. So I'm gonna do this now to add a little boost of glow and hydration. So what you have in here is black tea and niacinamide that are amazing for glow. You have microalgae to lift the skin, which we love. You have ceramides, amazing to repair your skin. And lastly, you have peptides. All these GOOP products, by the way, they're now available at a store called Oh My Cream, which is a beauty store that I love. It's a multi-brand kind of store, but they only curate clean beauty brands. Last step, my ceramic cream by Tirtir. You know, I love this. I'm almost done with it. I need to repurchase it. Such a gorgeous and thick and amazing cream. I don't use this during the day. For me, it's way too thick. Oh, amazing. My skin is feeling so hydrated at this point. Couch, guys. Oh, I am so happy. I've literally been waiting for this moment right now to unwind and chill and have a nice meal. Regarding nighttime routines, I'm really not that set on something. Like, I don't need to be doing a certain amount of things like I do in the morning. Like, mornings for me are more important. Nighttimes, I just like to unwind in whatever way I feel, because sometimes I'm way too tired to even think of doing too much of an extensive skincare routine. I'm going to do something simple, or really depends. But no, the thing that I always do at night, I am someone that always have almost every time a healthy meal. So this is why tonight I'm having salmon and peas and haricots verts. Peas and haricots verts. I love this type of meals because I just feel lighter when I go to bed. I wake up feeling great. Like, I try to really have healthy meals at night when I eat alone, because I know if I go to a restaurant, it's different. So when I'm at home, I really try to eat as healthy as possible. I do not know what I'm going to watch yet, because I'm not watching anything at the moment. I think it's just going to be kind of a Christmas movie. I love Christmas movies. I love romantic Christmas movies. The cheesier, the better, to be honest. What are the Christmas movies you guys watch? I love to watch The Holiday. Oh, such a good movie. Maybe I might watch that. Yeah, The Holiday is one of my faves. And then all the other cheesy Christmas movies you can find on Netflix. I think I've watched literally all of them. All of them. They just make me feel good. I love it. It's like a feel-good moment. I love a cheesy love adventure. I love it. I spoke about a podcast earlier, and then I forgot to come back to it because I forgot. So the podcast is from The Diary of a CEO on YouTube. It lasts 2 hours and 53 minutes, which is insane, but so worth it. I definitely did not watch it once. I watched it in 4 or 5 parts. I love to watch podcasts when I dry my hair, when I do my makeup in the morning. The interview was with a woman called Vanessa Van Edwards. She's the founder of Science of People, which is a program where she gives science-backed skills to improve communication and like overall charisma and things like that. So it's a lot about body language and the way you present yourself, and it is the best podcast I've listened to this year. First of all, she's extremely engaging, which obviously because it's her job. But as soon as she started speaking, I was like, I can listen to her for the whole time. It was so good because she didn't stay in the theory. She really showed. She was like, okay, so there are so many different types of explanation, and she goes through so much because it's 2 hours and 53 minutes, so I can't tell you everything. But she basically explains how, for example, at work, you can be sometimes too warm, so people think you're not competent. So she shows you the cues to look competent. Or sometimes you look intimidating. So she shows you the cues to look more warm. She shows you in the dating life how to be. If you're in a room and you want someone to come towards you, she shows you how to act with your arms, with your body, to invite this person to come to you without saying it. It is so interesting, guys. You do not understand how, wow, I was blown away by all the science she talked about and everything that she explains. It's so clear, it's so interesting, and it's definitely things that I'm going to be able to use in my everyday life and that you guys will be. So if you have an interview for a job, if you have a date, I highly recommend to listen to this. It is so interesting because unfortunately sometimes the body language can translate other things and people can really feel it. And so it's super important.
How are you? I'll see you at Christmas? I don't know this song.
Done with Pilates. Let me tell you, today I did not want to work out. Haven't worked out in a week because I had so much work. And I was like, let me book a workout so I go. Because if I had to work out at home, I think I wouldn't have done it. Grabbed this last night. As you know, I've been trying the Herbal Koffee Chicory, Simple Chicory from Cosmic Dealer. And I grabbed this one, which is the chai coffee. I'm very curious to maybe have something different in terms of taste. What am I doing? Before I have this new beverage, I have added a new supplement in my routine, which was recommended by a friend of mine. It's more for reducing stress and just my overall well-being, mental well-being. It is Rhodiol Actyl 5-HTP. The reason why I started taking this supplement is because honestly my mood is pretty good most of the time, but sometimes I have some true crashes. I think it's very much linked to stress and hormones, but my friend told me that it would really help to just feel good on a daily basis. So I'm very happy to see how that goes. I have been only taking it for 2 or 3 days, so I can't say much. So what's in this supplement is rhodiola, which is an adaptogen. It is also paired with grifoni. And this rhodiola also, it helps to reduce levels of adrenaline, of cortisol. So it's just to rebalance your mood, keep your attention, keep a good attention, keep a good memory. Let me have a sip of this. It's nice. If you don't really like chicory on its own and you just want a little kick of something, it's very good. Just so we can look at the skin next day. This is the skin the next day of our fabulous skincare routine of last night. What do we think? It's giving, right? This morning again, I used the Youth Peptide Serum and that's it. Wow, very happy with my little nighttime skincare. So I said I would give a little update on my morning routine now that I've kind of set it up. I am happy to say that I've been following it really well, especially that my schedule has been pretty hectic, but I've been able to do everything. I've kept in the olive oil and lemon in the morning. I've kept in the meditation, which I'm so happy about. I haven't meditated on weekends. For some reason, I give myself Saturday and Sunday off, but I've been meditating every day of the week. So 5 times a week. And it's just been such a fabulous moment because I feel that when you wake up and you're like straight away, go, 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 even if it's to make breakfast and things like that, it feels nice to just take a second and step back and take a breather, close your eyes a little bit. It kind of is that moment where I'm like waking up still, taking the time, you know? And I've been really, really loving it. So that's that. What else was in my routine? That was pretty much it, right? So we've been thriving. We're getting into 2 subjects you guys asked me a lot about in the last video. I saw you guys really loved the first episode of this little series and it really warmed my heart. So thank you so much. I'm so happy you guys enjoyed this little idea. The questions were about productivity, how I organize my days, and how I manage my finances and the whole spreadsheet I spoke about. So let's start first with productivity and how I plan out my days. One thing to know, I have been a model for over 10 years, which has been kind of my main job, right? The thing about modeling is sometimes you get your job the day before for the next day. So now I have mastered the ability of reorganizing my life very easily and without stressing me out. So I have a very adaptability skill, I would say, even if it is stressful, but you kind of have to go with the flow. So this led me to having to have a very flexible schedule at all times, but still being pretty organized. So the way I plan out my days, one thing I have on my phone that is shared with my computer, I have a notes where I have a to-do list where I put everything that goes in through my mind, everything, personal, work. I think it's so important because you think of something and just writing it down, make sure you don't forget it, but it's not there in your mind. And so when you are organizing your week, you can be like, oh, I need to attend to this, or I need to do that, or I need to buy a gift for my grandma and I can't forget it. So it's these little things that I kind of make sure that they don't stay in my mind, and I put them on that note. So that's one of the things, firstly, that I do. So then I usually like on Fridays to plan out my week. Overview of everything that needs to be done. For example, when I'm filming for YouTube, I like to kind of know when I will be filming, just to have an overview of what my week is gonna look like, and to make sure that everything fits everywhere, I would say. Of course, YouTube, there's a lot of things that happens and I'm gonna film out of nowhere, but at least I know that I have a few things happening and I can really attend well to them, and I can really think, oh, this is how I'll film this part and this and that. So that really helps me get into the mode. And then everything that's modeling, I get an idea of what I might do. And so for Twin Flame, that's where I can be very organized, because that's more of a normal job, I would say, compared to modeling in YouTube. And so for Twin Flame, what we do with Lisa is we do most of the work in the mornings, especially anything that's creative, that's brainstorming, fittings for the pieces, like anything that needs the best attention is in the morning, because that's when I personally feel the best. Lisa also. So we know that if we do that in the morning, we're going to do it well, and it's going to be done by midday, 1 p.m., and then we go to lunch. And then in the afternoon, I'll attend to things that are a little bit easier and that are a little bit more chill, I would say. So that's kind of how I organize. So it's not really a very set, organized kind of lifestyle where I'm like, but what I really try to do is more listening to what I'll be feeling doing at each and given day compared to how my day is. So for example, sometimes I have a modeling job that's going to start at 2 p.m., right? So I'm like, okay, in the morning, what can I be doing? How much time do I have to do it? I'm not going to start like a big project when I know that I'm going to have to stop at like midday to go to the job. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I organize. I think it's very important to listen to yourself. Listen to what you'll be able to do. Organize yourself regarding your energy. And I really truly believe that in the morning, that's when we have the best energy. And so doing the biggest tasks first is the best, in my opinion. And then you do all the little things, admin stuff, things that don't need your best attention, I would say. Things that are easy to do that you kind of do in autopilot. I do that in the afternoon. So that's kind of how I organize. I can't do much more than that. So I do have this to-do list where I have all these little things, and then the night before every day of the week, I do my to-do list for the next day, which that is so important for me. I feel like when you do this is also a way of setting an intention for your next day. So when I go to bed, not only I'm not thinking of what I have to do because I know and it's on paper, on the computer, but I'm also setting an intention. I wake up and I know I'm gonna go to Pilates, and then I'm in a meeting, and then I have 1 hour where I have to write a Substack article, then I have to edit for 2 hours. Like, I know what I have to be doing. And I think that's super important, because I really think that when you want to be productive, you need to have intention. You need to make sure you know what you're doing and what goal is serving also. And that's where planning should come before everything. You should plan what you need to be doing in the month for each goal. The way we work also is we look at our goals of the month. For example, for Twin Flame, we divide it in little tasks, and then we set these tasks throughout the month. I kind of do the same for myself. And I think it's important because it's the best way to make sure you are working towards a goal and not just working frantically to, in the end, achieve not much. So planning, taking the time to sit down and think of what you have to do is my number one tip, because sometimes we get overstressed about things and I don't know, we let life get in the way and we don't plan things. And we need to plan, because the more you plan, the smarter your decision. And when your decision is smart, you achieve great things. In my last video, I told you guys I was looking to read a book about productivity to just learn a little bit more on the subject. And so I was looking at a list of books, and the one that kind of caught my attention is called Deep Work by Cal Newport. I thought I needed more of a, a framework to how I would organize my to-do list or whatever. But the reason why this book caught my attention is because I don't need more of how to organize my to-do or whatever. I needed to understand how my brain works regarding focus, regarding attention. And this is exactly what this book is about, is all the science behind all of it. And the reason why he wrote this book is because in today's society, we have enormous amount of distractions, our phone, our computer, our TV, all of this, which wasn't as present before. And because of all these distractions, we feel overwhelmed and we feel we can't carry on certain tasks. And I'm going to read a part of the book that really spoke to me. The state of your attentional space determines the state of your life. When your attentional space is overwhelmed, you in return feel overwhelmed. When your attentional space is clear, you also feel clear. The tidier you keep your attentional space, the more clearly you think. And so what I think I'm struggling with is making sure I organize my distractions and I kind of think ahead of clearing them out so I can do my tasks from A to Z successfully. And the reason for that is because I do so many different jobs, because I have 3 jobs now. In a way, it's true, I get distracted because I see an email pop out about something, or I see something, and I felt in October, for example, where I was working a lot, had a lot of modeling jobs, a lot of work for YouTube, a lot of work for Twin Flame, I felt I was gonna crack because I wasn't able to finish a task. I was starting things, and I couldn't finish it because I guess I didn't understand how my brain worked. And this is why I love these books. And this is why I think it's so important, because the best tool in life, guys, is to understand how the hell we function, how the hell our brain functions, how our body functions. And when you understand that, then you have the best tool to be the best version of yourself. So I read these books so I can understand what is happening up there, so I can actually, have a successful work life. What's very interesting, and what he explains, when you get distracted, you take 25 minutes to go back to the task you were doing. So this is all science-based. Could you imagine? Now that I understand the world of focus, how to focus, how your brain works. So apparently every 40 seconds, you can start thinking about something. And so if you do so, just write the distraction. That's what he says, make a distraction list where you have a pen and paper and you write, but you go back to your tasks. You don't cater to it, you go back to your tasks. And he just explained how to do these big chunks of hyperfocus, what he calls, when you need to complete a task that's very important for you. And then he also explained how to divide your tasks, like things that are very important. So where he says, it has a domino effect. If you do this, it's going to do a domino effect up to the very big of your goals. You have other types of tasks where it's more admin things that, yeah, it's important, but it's not going to serve your goal in a way. So that's where he says, when you understand where you need to put the biggest of your attention, that's where you go. That's where you do your hyper-focus moments, and you do it, at the certain times, and you put all distractions away right before starting. And you have to be very clear with what you can actually offer. So if it means that you can only cater to it 20 minutes, then it's 20 minutes, but it's 20 very good minutes. And for me, it just opened this world. Well, now I understand what's going on in my brain and why I'm like, ooh, this and this, like Dory in Nemo. Oh. And now that I understood this, I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna do an hour of editing because I can, and I'm gonna put my phone on airplane mode and I'm just gonna focus. And also what he says is that the thing is, because we don't focus well in our work, we're not relaxing well either. And that's very true. It's exactly me. I'm here relaxing on the couch, watching a show, and I'm thinking of, oh, let me do this tomorrow, and let me do that. So I really am enjoying this book. I'm halfway through it, so I still have a lot to learn, but this was kind of the world of it, and I think it is wonderful. Now, let's go to finances. So I have no idea how I'm gonna do this, but this is how I thought I would do it. I am going to share my computer, I'm gonna put the Excel sheet, and I'm gonna talk on top of it, which is gonna be the most unaesthetically pleasing thing we have ever done on this channel, but I guess for our finances purposes, we can do that. It is going to be very simple. First of all, what I want to say, please don't have high expectations on this Excel sheet. You guys got so excited. I was like, I hope they're not gonna tell me this is it, like this is what you're saying. So let's get into the spreadsheet and then I'll explain to you my mindset about it. Here is the spreadsheet. I did hypothetical numbers. I went from January 25 up to December 25. The way this works, here your first line is what is in your bank account. So you first put whatever is left. So for example, I put here 1,000. Then in this group here is your revenues, what you earned. So you could put job 1, job 2 if you have other types of activities where you're earning money. So here I just put 2,000. And then you have your expenses box. You can be very, very extensive with this if you really want something very accurate. I even put, I put Be The Method, which is one of my Pilates subscriptions. I think it's very important to put all your subscriptions in because one after the other can be really, interesting expense to do take in consideration. So everything is here. I do put a diverse box because I feel like sometimes month after month you might have a gap of expenses because you're not going to fill this in daily. You cannot. This is not the point of the spreadsheet. So what you do is you fill in the gap here to just make whatever is left in bank relevant, right? So here you put total expenses. The way to calculate this with the Excel, you put an equal and then you do this plus this plus this plus this, and you do equal, right? If you had more here, you could add more. And then to calculate what's left in the bank at the end of the month, what you do is you do cash in bank plus your revenue minus your expenses. And here you have 2,150, right? Whatever is left in bank here at the end of the month is what's left for you at the beginning of the month. So you do equal, you select this, and you press enter. And this is just the same way to calculate month after month. What this is gonna bring you is an overview yearly of what you can actually afford. So for example, this is why I changed the rent number here. So I went from 700 to 1,500. And this, when you change it, you can be like, okay, can I actually afford to double my rent? And this will give you a great way of actually see if you can afford things, where you can invest things. Or you could be like, hey, maybe now I want to save 300 every month. Is this something I can do? So you change it and see how all the numbers are changing at the same time. And this helps you to understand what you can and cannot afford in a very visible way throughout your year. Here's the spreadsheet. I hope you enjoyed it. It's super easy. It's super easy to recreate. As you saw, there's not complicated formulas or anything. It's super easy. The reason for the spreadsheet is to have an overview of your year. It's not a day-to-day expense type of thing. And I think that's very important to take in consideration. And so the reason why I do this, it's more to understand what I can invest in, what travels I can go to, where I can spend and how much. If you don't have this big view of your expenses, I think it's very hard to understand where you can spend money or not, or where you have to save money or how much you can save. It's the best way to have a overall view of your expenses. The reason also for that is, for me, is what I always say to people around me and all of that. You need to firstly understand how much you cost. We have a fixed cost every month. That's rent, subscription, groceries, whatever, you know, doctor's expenses. These are things that are going to happen every month, whatever, you know, happens, it's happening, you have to pay them. So that's how much you have to put out, because then you're like, okay, since I put this out every month, this is what's left. What can I do with what's left, right? Then the other reason why you need to kind of have an overview of what's going on is to also understand maybe the ambition of your finances, you know? So you need to understand, okay, right now I'm earning this, but if I would want to buy the apartment I want or have a life that's more comfortable than what I have right now, this is what I would need to earn. And so by doing this, you actually fix yourself a very, very particular goal of what you have to earn to have the life you actually want. And I think that's very important, because when you go into job interviews and people are offering you a certain amount for your job, you need to understand if that's actually going to match what you want for yourself. Because it's not only the value of your job, the situation of the market, you need to understand if what they're offering you is actually something that works for you. And that is taking you towards your final goal of what would be the best, you know, revenue to have every month to have the best life you want for yourself, you know? Knowing that everyone's is very different. We do not need the same things and we don't buy the same things, and everyone's view of financial success is very different, but you know yours and you have to put it on paper to understand where you're going. It's really just a way of understanding how much money you have at the end of the year, how much money you can save, and how much money it is you need to earn to live the life you want. And I think that's the best way of knowing that. For example, for me, if I were to get into story a little bit, when I left for Bali, I stopped a lot of my modeling jobs. And so my finances, of course, went down. And so when I came back to Paris, I was like, okay, I need to rebuild myself financially, right? But to do so, I need to understand how much I need. Like, I can't just walk around and be like, oh, that's good. That's a good job. Oh, I guess I'll get that. No, you need to understand how much you need for your life. It's so important. So this little spreadsheet made me understand, okay, this is my goal. This is what I'm working towards. And so this is how much I need every month, which also is little tasks, you know? You understand, okay, so this is what I need every month. How do I make it happen? How many, you know, okay, how many contracts do I need to sign, or how can I get this promotion at work to get there? So yeah, it's just a great way to manifest what you need in your life. But if you don't see it in numbers in front of you and you don't know how much you spend and how much you need, and what I love also about this is have fun, guys. Put on the numbers, have fun. Like, you know, you can put traveling expenses and have fun and see, because maybe you're gonna be like, oh, okay, maybe I can travel every month if I wanted to, if I just added this more in my revenue and this and that. Like, have fun, play with it, because it's also a way of visualizing it. It's kind of a finance visual board where when you put the numbers in, you understand what you can gain and spend and where and when. And I think it's just a great way to get a great big picture. Okay, I hope this was helpful and not too messy. Oh my God, guys, I've never done this before, so I do not know if this was very helpful. Good morning, guys. I'm gonna end this vlog with a little fun experience. So I'm going to, it's actually end of the morning. I just had a appointment with my bank and it was very lovely anyway, and now I'm rewarding myself. For my birthday, I was gifted by my friend a massage at a place called Suisen in the Marais. And fun fact, it's a place that I've gifted so many people because I've heard so many amazing things from it. So I actually gifted so many times to friends, but I'd never been there myself. And so this time my friends gifted it to me, so I'm so excited. And the reason I'm excited to take you guys with me is because the place is gorgeous. I actually gifted it to my dad one Christmas because he loves Japan and all of that. And it's a shiatsu massage in a classical, like, it feels like you're in Japan when you get there. So I cannot wait to take you with me. This is the face of someone that just had an amazing massage. That was really good. They're so delicate and nice. I mean, you get in there and it's another world, you know what I mean? Which is already so nice because it kind of gives you a change of scenery. I did the 1 hour massage with hot oils, but you can do the true traditional one, which is on dry skin. So I think you're wearing some kind of clothing and it's really on a tatami. It was amazing. Highly recommend, guys. And it's also an amazing price point. This is the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I wish you all a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you are, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.